It's a question that haunts almost everyone after a breakup. Will my ex ever regret losing me? Will they wake up one day and realize they made the biggest mistake of their life? Maybe right now you're checking their social media, replaying old memories, wondering if they miss you as much as you miss them. But here's what most people don't realize. Regret doesn't always hit right away. It builds over time. But when it finally does hit, it's powerful. I've seen this happen over and over again. And after working with so many people that are struggling to move on, I can tell you this. Understanding how regret works will change everything for you. So in this video, I'm going to break down the psychology of regret after a breakup, the hidden signs that your ex secretly misses you, and most importantly, what this actually means for you. Before I do, there's one critical thing that you have to know. There's a much deeper meaning behind regret. And at the end of this video, I'll reveal the one thing about regret that actually matters and how you can use it to completely shift how you feel about your breakup. So make sure you stay with me until the end. Now let's get right into the psychology of regret and breakups. Regret doesn't happen overnight. It builds in stages. And when you understand these stages, suddenly everything makes sense. Now, at first, your ex might feel relief, especially if the breakup was their idea. They think they made the right decision. They convince themselves that moving on will be easy. But over time, reality starts to sink in. And that's when the doubt begins to grow. So what actually triggers that regret? First, losing the comfort of routine. This is one of the biggest reasons people start feeling regret after a breakup. And the reason I say that is because relationships and routines make us feel safe and secure, which means even in unhealthy relationships, you still feel this sense of comfort and stability from shared experiences. And what that means to you is this. At first, your ex might enjoy the freedom, but then they realize how much of their daily life revolved around you, the inside jokes, the little rituals, the small check-ins, all the things they once took for granted are suddenly gone. And that sense of loss triggers regret. Second, the what-if questions start creeping in. Even when people feel 100% sure they made the right decision, doubt always sneaks in eventually. It might hit them when they hear a song that reminds them of you, or when they walk into a place where you used to go together, or a simple random night when they feel lonely. And that's when the what-if questions start playing in their mind. What if we could have worked through it? What if I gave up on something good too soon? What if I don't find someone who understands me like they do? Even if these thoughts don't last long, they almost always happen. The third trigger for regret is the weight of guilt. This is something most people won't admit. Even if they were the one to walk away, even if they had every reason to move on, there's usually some level of guilt or empathy, because breakups cause pain, and deep down inside, they know that. Now, some people are really good at hiding it, but still, they might see you struggling and feel a pang of guilt. They might wonder if they could have handled things differently. Now, maybe they push those feelings way down inside and avoid them altogether, but that doesn't mean they aren't there. And this is when regret starts to take hold. If you've ever noticed this in yourself or noticed this pattern with your ex, then let me know in the comments, because you're not alone. I know I've felt it, and if you're struggling with this yourself and need to find some closure and clarity, then I've made something just for you. My guided meditation playlist will help you quickly and naturally release that pain and return to peace. You'll find the link in the description below. Now that you've learned what triggers regret, I'm going to reveal how you'll know what your ex is feeling inside. So here's what you can do right now to see if they're experiencing some level of regret over losing you. You're going to carefully watch for these signs because sometimes actions will reveal more than words ever could. Sign number 1, they keep checking up on you. They might not text you directly, but they're watching. Are they still watching your stories? Do they like old posts or randomly interact with your content? Have they asked mutual friends about you? If they were truly over you, they wouldn't need to keep tabs on your life. Now, have you caught your ex doing this? Let me know in the comments because I'm curious how many people have noticed this behavior. And if you ask, I'll share a personal story about this happening to me. Now, sign number 2. They go out of their way to show off. Instead of just moving on, they're trying to prove how happy they are without you. This can be posting about their amazing new life, just a little too much, trying to make you jealous by showing off someone new, or acting as if the breakup never affected them. But real happiness doesn't need to be advertised. If they're putting on a show, it's because they want you to see it. Now, sign number 3. They seem conflicted when they talk to you. Have you ever had a conversation with your ex and felt like they were holding something back? Maybe they bring up old memories, times you shared together, or they casually ask if you're seeing someone new, or maybe they reach out for no real reason, just to check in. These are all signs they haven't fully let go. An ex once texted me and swore she saw me at the grocery store fighting over a package of Brussels sprouts. Now, I knew she missed me because I don't even like Brussels sprouts. So quick reminder, stay with me until the end because in just a minute, I'll reveal the one thing about regret that actually matters and how understanding it can change everything for you. Now, sign number 4, they start romanticizing the past. One of the biggest signs of regret is when your ex suddenly remembers all of the good times. Remember that trip we took together? I was just thinking about how much fun we used to have. I miss how easy things used to be with you. If they're focusing on the past, it means they're questioning their decision. Sign number 5, they're not actually moving on. Even if there was someone new, that doesn't mean they've moved on. They may jump from one relationship to another, classic rebound behavior, or you might notice they seem emotionally unavailable in their new relationship. Or, and this is a big one, they still have unresolved anger or emotions towards you. This is critical because if they were truly over you, they wouldn't be stuck in emotional limbo. Now, before I tell you the one big thing about regret that actually matters, there's something I have to say. Regret doesn't always mean they'll come back. And even if they do, that doesn't mean you should take them back. It doesn't mean they're right for you. It doesn't mean they've changed. It doesn't mean you're meant to be together. And this brings me to the one thing that actually does matter about regret. And that's this. At some point, on some level, your ex will feel regret. Maybe they won't say it. Maybe they won't act like it. Maybe they won't even admit it to themselves. But deep down inside, every human feels some level of regret when they lose something meaningful. Your ex feels it, you'll feel it, I've felt it, but it's not why we ask the question. It's not what we really want to know. It's not even really about them at all, because what we really want to know when we ask, will they regret losing me, is this. Did they love me? Am I lovable? Was I enough? And the answer is simply, you are lovable. You always were. And once you see that, you'll never need to know if they regret losing you because you already have your answer. If this resonated with you, let me know by hitting the like button. It helps me know what kind of content to create for you. And if you want to shift your focus and fully move on, my free download 5 Steps to Heal After a Breakup is designed to help you. You'll find the link in the description below. And if you're still wondering if your ex might come back, watch the next video. Signs your ex will come back and when to move on. And if you would, please hit that subscribe button because this is a space where healing and self-worth come first. Until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.